Namaskar. Welcome to the example number 1 for the event 2 marriage prospects. Please go through the previous video in which I have given in detail the rules and important points to be kept in mind in respect to the marriage prospects. In this series of examples, we are going to study for this event to marriage prospects. I will be discussing on charts which may be easier and also challenging charts. Normally, being the astrologers or followers of the astrology, we will be coming across many challenging charts only. The easy charts will not come to astrologers. Only difficult charts only will come to the astrologers. So we should be able to get exposed to the such practical cases so that you will be able to approach such charts easily. So the method of analysis and what are the steps I have given are going to be the same. There will not be any difference in the application, either it is a easy charts or challenging charts. Once you start following the same pattern of application, following the steps, whatever I have given, you can easily make that chart. It is, if when you follow the same steps, it will be easier. In irrespective of the chart is challenging one or easier one, right? So that you have to keep it in mind. So what I have done, I will be taking cases dealing with what are the points, whatever you have learned in the theory portion, the important points and rules. So those things are present or applicable in the practical case studies, so that you will be able to understand and practice. Whenever such cases are coming to you, you can refer and you can follow also. In each example, I will be seeing that, okay, some points whatever you have learned, or what are the important points that you have learned that are applicable or finding in this chart. So those points I will explain before starting off that analyzing the chart, so that you can go through the points which you can, and there can be many points, but what are the important points you can find in the particular example. I will give a note before the examination of the particular chart, so that it will be easier for you to have a look and keep it in mind while analyzing. And another point is that, as I did in the previous event, that health and longevity, I have made for each example, I have made two videos. One is for the examination with the help of the EPS table, and another one is with the help of the PILT table. As I said, examination with the EPS table itself is more than enough, because that is most important, wherein I will discuss in detail with the all sort of points, steps which we discussed. And once you are having confidence, or once you learn the method of analysis with the EPS table, then you can study, you can go through or watch the next video with the help of the PILT table, how we are able to identify the planets, destiny, and other Dasabhukti planets with the help of the key planets and PILT connections and all. So the same way I am going to make this series also for the event of two marriage. One video will be with the study with the EPS tables, and next video will be with the help of the PILT table. So we will see now. Let us take the example 1. We'll discuss now. Example 1, timing of marriage. In this chart, we are going to discuss about the destiny and also timing of marriage. And the important key point we can find in this chart is role of key planets. And the important points can be found in this example. Role of favorable key planets in the supports adds favorable strength. Role of key planets of the destiny planet in the Dasa Lord. So there can be many key planets, favorable or unfavorable, which are making the destinies favorable or unfavorable. So those key planets' role, if it is there in the Dasa Lord, what is the impact that we are going to study in this chart? And role of key planets of the Dasa Lord in the Bugdi Lord, that is called a Pilt connection. Role of key planets of the Dasa Lord in the Bugdi Lord, and of course, Bugdi Lord's key planets in the Antara Lord, that is called a Pilt connection. And the last one is the impact of the ruler's link. How the ruler's link in making a planet is, even a weak planet with less favorable significations also getting the support of the favorable key planet through the ruler link that we are going to study in this. Now let us study the chart. This is the birth chart of a male. We are going to study the destiny and the timing of event of the marriage. So as per the steps given under the steps to be followed in while analyzing the birth chart, the step 1 is what we have to do the preliminary study on the birth chart. What are the preliminary study? First one is the studying the birth chart. Basic study, we have to do that. Let me open that North Indian chart also, so that will be more useful for the North Indian followers. Okay. Now, the Lagna. What is the Lagna? Lagna is Scorpio Lagna. We have to check the 7th rulers because we are going to study the event of marriage. 7th Lord. 7th Lord is which planet? 7th Lord is Venus. Venus is posted in the Libra sign, in own sign, in the 11th house as per degree, but very close to the 12th cusp. 12th cusp starts at 3 degree 58 minutes. 11, that Venus is posted in the 3 degree 15 minutes. So it is posted in the 11th house, but close to the 12th house. So we can say it 11 plus 12. And whether that Venus is influenced by the unfavorable planets of the 7th house matters. That Venus is conjoined with the Mercury, 11th Lord and 8th Lord. So it is connected to the favorable houses 8 and 11. 8 is, obstacle causing, but 11 is good. So that Venus is conjoined with the 11th Lord, Mercury, that is good. And it is aspected by Moon. Moon is what? Moon is the 9th Lord. Venus is aspected by Moon, which is from the 5th house. Though it is close to the 6th house, it is in the 5th house. So, 9th Lord occupying 5th house, Moon aspecting to the Venus. In that way, Lagna, that 7th Lord Venus is posted in the 11th house and also close to the 12th house and conjoined with the 8th Lord, 11th Lord Mercury, and aspected by the 9th Lord from the 5th house, which is close to the 6th also. It means what? That 7th Lord is Mercury is not strongly afflicted by unfavorable grouping. Though unfavorable houses are present, we cannot say they are all unfavorable because they are all supported by the 11, 9, and 5. So it indicates 7th Lord is not unfavorably posted. It is not strongly influenced by the other unfavorable houses. What about the 7th house occupant? Jupiter is occupying the 7th house. What is the signification of the Jupiter? 2nd Lord, 5th Lord, Jupiter occupying the 7th house. That way, it is not unfavorable. It is favoring the 7th house matters. So the 7th house is not afflicted. 7th Lord is also not strongly afflicted. That is the strength. It indicating some basic strength of the 7th house matters. This is all basic, but extended significations, because we are taking only CL and OCC. But if the CST and CSL, that is extended signification of each planet and complete signification of that planet, Venus is in whose star sub and the seventh sublord, what it signifies. Those things, extended significations only will finally decide what the destiny level. Having got no strong unfavorable weakness in the basic study, if the planet is having favorable signification in the extended signification, it is going to be more favorable. Having got some weakness, will only, I mean, it has got less weakness in this basic study. If it is having some unfavorable in the extended signification, the unfavorable impact is going to be comparatively lesser. It will be there. The impact is going to be there, but since it is CL, OCC, and other influence are strongly present, that impact in the extended significations will be comparatively lesser. So this is because this is the source. So now we have done the basic analysis. In the basic analysis, seventh lord is not strongly afflicted. Seventh house is also not strongly afflicted. They are all having favorable houses. This is the favorable aspect of the seventh house matters. Okay. Now then we are going to do the next step. What is the next step? Event selection. That I have already done. Marriage first natal from the EPS event page. I have selected the event. The next step is the important step. What is that? Self-significator study. We have to check all self-significations of all the planets, and we can also give the respective colors according to their self-signification strength for our easy identification of each planet in the EPS tables. Now, let us check all 9 planets. In that, let us start with the Lagna. Mars is Lagna Lord and also 6th Lord, occupying 5th house. And 4, 8, 12 star Lord. If you see Lagna Lord occupying 6th house is good. Being the 6th Lord, it is having some weakness. But 6th Lord occupying 5th house, it is not further supported. So if it is 1, 6, 5 alone is there, it is not unfavorable. But it has got 4, 8, 12 star Lord. So it is supporting to the 6th house. So 1 and 5 favorable also there. 6 and 4, 8, 12 unfavorable also there. So it is, we can say it is going to be a mixed one. So Mars, we can give the mixed pink shade we can give. Then 7th Lord, you take the primary house. 7th Lord also 12th Lord and occupying 11th house and 12th occupant also, because close to the 12th house, and 10 and 12 cuspal sublord. So this is not good. But 7 and 11 is present, and 12, 12, 10 and 12 also present. So it is having some unfavorable houses, which is not supportive to the 7th house matter, but 7 and 11 also there. Being the 7th Lord occupying 11th house, so we cannot make it, we cannot say it is not going to be favorable. We can say this is mixed one. Yes. So Venus also we can say it is a mixed planet. Then after 1 and 7, let us go to the 11th house. 8th Lord and also 11th Lord occupying 12th house and Lagna close to the first house, and 4, 8 cuspal sublord. 8th Lord, 12th occupant, 4, 8. This is not good. But 11th Lord occupying first is okay, but this grouping is especially 4 and 8 cuspal sublord. Unfavorable strength is on the higher side. So we can say it is not exactly detrimental because 11 and 1 is also there, but being the 8th Lord, 12th occupant, so for our easy identification about the Mercury's unfavorable strength is significant. So we can make that Mercury is light red. Please understand, though it is light red, it is having favorable 11 and 1 also. But 8, 12, 4, 8, 12, I mean, it is there. So I have given light red. Next, after 8th house, after 11th house, we can see 2nd Lord, 5th Lord occupying 7th house, 159 star Lord and 7th sublord. It is very good grouping. So Jupiter we can give dark green. Now Jupiter we have given 1, 5, 7, 11 we have given. Then 9th Lord occupying 5th house, but 6th sublord and 9th sublord. 6th sublord is unfavorable primary cuspal sublord, but it is not having any other supports. Only sixth sublord, we cannot take it as unfavorable, but sixth sublord is having some weakness for sure, but also ninth sublord, 9, 5, and 6 and 9. So it is having more favorable grouping, but because of the sixth sublord, it is not going to be completely favorable, but still 959 is on the favorable side. What we can do, we can take that moon, we can give the blue color. It means what? It is having favorable grouping is more, one unfavorable also present. Next is what? We can take the other planet. Which are the planets are missing? Then unfavorable side, Ketu is occupying 10th house, 2, 6, 10 cuspal star lord and second cuspal sublord. Second is talking about the family. 2, 6, 10, this CST is mostly talking about the karma trikan. And 10 occupant is also talking about karma. It is all supportive for the professional prospects. And second planet, sun, is also supportive. So, but it is not unfavorable, but it is having a mixed signification. 10th is 6 and 10. So Ketu we can give the mixed. I'm trying to explain each chart with the self-signification, left to right. If you are able to study carefully and estimate the planet's strength, whether it is going to be favorable or it is mixed, and what level it is, favorable or unfavorable, if you are able to get practice, then the same way, we are studying left to right. The planet, when we are studying top to down, the same way only we are going to study. So this, the importance of self-signification study is to be understood, and you have to get practiced well. Because if you are not able to judge a planet in self-signification, then you will find difficulty in finding the planets in the all levels, combined level study. That's what I'm trying my best in each and every chart, spending time in explaining that. And then sun planet, occupying, sorry, it's 10th lord, some weakness, but occupying Lagna 3, 7, 11 star lord. That is good because it is Kama Trikon. But Ketu planet is having that non-supportive houses. But still 1, 3, 7, 11 is there. 10th lord being the 10th lord, so it has got some weakness that we have to keep it in mind. It is not strongly unfavorable, so we can make sun is blue color because it has got favorable grouping. Unfavorable non-supportive houses are there, so that we can make it as a blue. You will ask, sir, 6 and 10 is there in the second planet, no? So second planet, 6 and 10, it is not detrimental on its own, but second house also there. It is not having other unfavorable grouping. So we cannot take it as detrimental on its own. Even the second planet of a planet is going to be secondary only. So that is the reason sun has given blue, and Ketu, second planet Ketu, we have given the pink shade. I think you are able to understand. Now the remaining is Rahu, fourth occupant, 1, 3, 5 cuspal sublord. And second planet is favorable, 3, 4, 2, and 11. So Rahu, occupant of fourth house, it is not unfavorable strongly, it is only less unfavorable. 1, 3, 5 cuspal sublord is good. So we can definitely, supported by the Saturn, so we can, Rahu, we can give light green. Yes, it is favorable. Just because of the fourth house, suppose it is having eighth house or sixth house, then we can go for the mixed one. Pink shade. Since it is only 4, it is not being supported. So we can take it as a light green. Or if you wish, we can, if you feel that, no, sir, let us go for the, instead of green, we can go for the blue also. Yes, we can go. So according to your understanding, or when you check that planet in the analysis, then you should be able to understand. Okay, now the next one is Saturn. Third lord, fourth lord occupying second house and 11th sublord. So this is good. Definitely, second planet Rahu is having 1, 3, 5. So definitely Saturn we can give light green. Rahu we have given blue. I think you are able to understand. Please, when you are doing on your own that practice, you please do this practice by your own, so that you will have experience and that will be more useful. Now, I have set the colors. And now next step, we are going to study the destiny. Destiny has to be studied. Seventh rulers we have to study. So as I said, normally, as I used to say, you check the seventh lord and you study the seventh sublord. That is enough. You can check all the rulers, but importantly, you focus on the seventh lord and the seventh sublord. Which is the seventh lord? Let me keep this here and let me open that significators so that, okay, I think this is enough now. Let me move this top. Yes. What are the key planets that we can see, refer here, and now we have to check the destiny. Let me just a minute. Yes. Little bit low. Anyway, I think this is enough. Only the Saturn's, large level planet Rahu, Saturn is hidden. Anyway, we are able to, identify that one. Now, destiny we have to check. Seventh lord is which planet? Seventh lord is Venus. We have to check the seventh lord. And we have to check the seventh sublord. That is Jupiter. Seventh lord we have to check. Venus is pink shade. Star lord also pink. 12 level is Saturn is green. And again Saturn, Mars. Same planets are repeated. Planet and the sublord. So as I said, normally role of the sub-sublord, in all cases you can take the sub-sublord also, but importantly you have to take you can consider the sub-sublord role signification when the same ruler is ruling more than a level. So to know the additional support from the sub-sublord, we can take the sub-sublord of the particular planet. So in this case, let us check what is the sub-sublord of the Venus. Venus sub-sublord is Moon. So let us check Moon also here for our study. Just a minute. Yes, sub-sublord is, my God. So for the Venus, the sub-sublord is Moon. Because that Venus is repeated, Mars also repeated. So to know the additional support from other levels that we can take this sub-sublord also. Now, you can check that rulers are pink. It indicates what? No planet is having red color. It means what? Nothing is weak. Nothing is strongly unfavorable. But it all pink also indicates that definitely all are having mixed significator. Let us check the first level planet, that is step 1. Venus is having mixed one with 7 and 11 and unfavorable houses. Now 7th lord we are talking. Star level planet also mixed one. You can see 1 and 5 also there and 6, 4, 8 will also there. You can see now 7 will get the support from the 1 and 5 and 12, 12, 4, 10, 12. These will get the support from the 4, 8, 12. So favorable houses are also supported and non-supportive houses also supported by the unfavorable at the star level. Now the planet also having mixed, star lord also mixed, favorable also supported, unfavorable also supported. As I said, in the step number 2, there are one level is weak. You have to check the star lord or the star lord, whether it is for the increasing the favorable strength or unfavorable strength. The star lord of the star lord is Saturn. That is favorable green planet, 3, 2, 11. So 1 and 5 of the Mars is getting supported by the 3, 2, and 11. Importantly, the second planet of this also is supporting. So unfavorable strength are not strongly supported at the 2A level. Favorable are supported. So the planet favorable supported by the star lord and further strongly supported by the 2A level. Unfavorable of the planet is getting supported by the star lord, but 2A level is not supporting to the unfavorable. So that is the favorable strength or consequent levels are present, despite there are unfavorable significations also present. I think you are able to understand. Now, next one is the step number 3, the sublord and the star lord of the sublord, the same planet. So the sublord is favorable. These unfavorable houses are supported by the unfavorable, and favorable supports planets are also supported by the favorable. The same combinations are repeated. It indicates what? Destiny planet, seventh lord is having favorable houses at all levels and unfavorable houses are also present. It indicates obstacles and hurdles also present, indicated by the seventh lord. Then look at the sub-lord moon. Moon planet is blue color planet, ninth lord, fifth occupant, 6 and 9. So this is also favorable. So it means seventh lord is having some obstacles and hurdles in the prospects, but it is not completely unfavorable. That you have to keep it in mind. In this case, as I said, star lord is getting support from the star lord of the star lord. Then when one level is having weakness, immediately we have to think that step number 5. What is the step number 5? Support planets. So if that Mars is getting support from the favorable other key planet, what are the favorable other key planets? Our important key planet Jupiter, because 7th sublord, strong favorable destiny planet. That Jupiter, Saturn, and suppose Sun, if they are all present in the support of this Mars or Venus, then definitely that favorable strength will be increased. Let us check that. Let us open that Venus planet. Let us check that Venus planet supports. Venus star level planet Mars. Mars is having Jupiter in the Rasi. You can see Mars is having Jupiter. And Venus is having Rasi Lord for Jupiter. And of course, Mars is getting the support from the 2 level planet Venus. So, same way, Venus will get the Jupiter, Moon also there, and Jupiter also there, and Mars also having Jupiter. So, it means what? That second level planet Mars, which is having some weakness, definitely, that is getting the support of the key planet Jupiter and also Sun. So that way the support planet having favorable key planet is making or supporting to these 1 and 5 significations. Mars favorable strength is increased. I think you are able to understand the impact of the support planets. So that is what, when you feel that one level is having weakness, then we have to check whether the next level is supporting to that. Yes, it is supporting with the green. Whether in the support planets also, if it is having favorable key planets. So you can see Mars is having Jupiter and Sun, Moon, all the other favorable key planets are there in the supports of the Mars. Suppose if Jupiter or Sun and Moon are there in the rulers, they will form the ruler link, so it will have additional supports. Here, Mars is having the key planet, that is enough. So that Venus, though it is indicating some weakness at all levels, 7th lord, but it is not detrimental. It is getting support from the support planets through the supports, and also the rulers also having favorable grouping. But you have to keep it in mind, definitely there are some obstacles, hurdles are indicated. That is the 7th lord significations. I think you are able to understand. I'm going very slow only so that you will be able to understand the steps what I am following, and you can also follow. The next one is 7th sublord. 7th sublord is our green planet, Jupiter, destiny favorable key planet. Jupiter itself is a strong key planet. And in the star of Sun, our blue, you can see good houses. Then 2A level planet is Saturn, is also good, very good. And sub-level planet is Ketu. Ketu is a mixed planet. Having got 10, 2, 6, 10, 2, it is good only, but having some non-supportive houses. but second planet Sun is good. And Ketu in the star of Venus again, 12, 12, and 10, 12. So we could see some weakness at the third step. Star Lord and Star Lord are the sublord. Up to the step 1, step 2, and combined level study are good. Only the step number 3, that sublord having some weakness. When one level is having weakness, but second planet Sun is supportive, then what we have to do, we have to check whether that Ketu planet is getting support from any other favorable key planet in its supports. Definitely Ketu having got Sun in as a second planet, it will support only, but still we have to check any other planets are present. Let us check the Ketu. Ketu is having Sun in its supports, and Ketu represents Sun. That Sun is the ruler. You understand? Sun is the ruler, star lord, no? So Sun is there in the star lord. That Sun is the planet which is the second planet to the Ketu. So obviously there will be a ruler link. So the second planet Sun is the ruler of the other level, so it is forming the ruler link. One more thing also you have to keep it in mind. That Sun, star lord Sun, is having the Jupiter planet, the source planet in its supports. Jupiter, star lord Sun, is aspected by the Jupiter, and also it is having Sun in the Rasi Lord. Sun Rasi Lord is Sun in its own Rasi and aspected by the Jupiter, that is the source planet. Ruler link is there. So the sublord planet representing Sun, which is having Sun in its supports, it means indirectly Jupiter planet is forming ruler link to the Ketu. I think you're able to understand. It means what? The sublord planet Ketu having some weakness, but that is getting the support from the star lord planet Sun, that is the ruling the second planet, that is a Rasi Lord. And indirectly, that Ketu, that Sun, through the Sun, it is getting connection to the Jupiter. And another thing, Jupiter is forming ruler link to the Sun. So the ruler link from the source planet, strong favorable clay planet, it is present at the star level and indirectly at the sub level. So it means what? Look at the key planets, Jupiter green, blue, and again 2 level is good, and sub level only having some weakness, but that is further supported by the second planet and also through the ruler link. The last level planet Venus is having mixed signification with a favorable 7 and 11, it is fine. So that destiny is supportive for the marriage. It is indicating favorable house significations also. It is indicating marriage also. It is supporting for the happy marital life. But it is having some weakness. But you can see when the houses are signified by 10 to 16, it is also supportive for the professional prospects. So that whenever the 7th house in the star and above these planets which are having got the monetary houses, professional prospects also indicated, we can say that through the 7th house, after the marriage, their native will be having good marital life and also professional prospects also. I think you are able to understand. So now we have studied the destiny. Now what we have to do, we have to identify the key planets of the destiny, favorable key planets and unfavorable key planets of the destiny. We have studied many planets. Out of them, which are the favorable key planets and unfavorable key planets. Favorable key planets, Saturn. For Venus, you can check Saturn is the favorable key planet. And in the Jupiter, it's strong favorable key planet, and Saturn also there, and Rahu also coming, and Sun is also there. So all the favorable key planets, whatever we have discussed, they are all present in the destiny. And Moon is there. Moon is the favorable key planet, despite the 6th sublord. That Moon is also there in the support of this planet. It indicates what? That destiny planet is also under the influence of the Moon. So all the key planets are playing. Importantly, Sun, Rahu, Jupiter, and Saturn are strongly playing role. On the unfavorable side, what are the unfavorable key planets? Venus and Mars, right? Venus is there, Mars is there, and Ketu. non-supportive houses. Sun is okay, but Ketu is not so good, and Venus is not good. It is mixed one, 7, 12, and 10, 12, and Mars also mixed one. So out of them, Ketu, Venus, and Mars, they are all mixed key planet. They are also ruling the destiny. I think you are able to understand. Now, what we have to do, we have found the destiny and we have found the favorable and unfavorable key planets of the destiny. Now, we have to check the Dasa Lord. For the Dasa Lord, first let us check the marriageable age when it starts. Now the native is running Moon Dasa. Previously, Venus Dasa was running, then Sun Dasa. Venus Dasa, 19 years, Jupiter Bugdi, Saturn Bugdi, 20 years onwards. It's a male chart. So we can take Saturn 21 to 21 years onwards, 21 to 22 years onwards, marriageable age starts. So under the Venus Dasa, Saturn Bugdi is there, and Mercury Bugdi was there, and Ketu Bugdi was there. So if Venus was favorable for the supportive for the marriage, whether in the Saturn Bugdi or Mercury Bugdi or Ketu Bugdi, that marriage can take place, provided Dasa Lord should favor for that, and the Saturn or Mercury or Ketu should be the strongest Bugdis. To conduct the event. So these 2 points we have to keep it in mind. If the Venus is not, either Venus itself is not strong, Dasa Lord, or the Bugdis, available Bugdis under the marriageable age, Saturn, Mercury, or Ketu, if you feel that they are having some weakness, they are not strong enough to conduct the event, and they are not holding the strong key planets of the destiny, then we can expect that native cannot get married during that dasa. Then if it is not happening, then we have to check the next dasa, Sun dasa, which is supportive or not. Let us first check the Venus dasa. Let me close this one. It may not be required now. Yes, Venus dasa. Venus dasa, you check the Venus dasa. We discussed Venus is 7th lord. But we know that Venus is having the unfavorable key planets also. It is having some mixed significator. Favorable also present, unfavorable also present. So what are the unfavorable key planets of the destiny? Not only the 7th lord, in 7th sublord also, we can see that Ketu and Venus are the unfavorable or mixed key planets, making the destiny having some mixed significations. So if you look at the Dasa Lord, if the Dasa Lord, whether it is under the influence of the favorable key planets or under the influence of the unfavorable key planets, the Venus Dasa itself is having weakness, right? Apart from that weakness, that Dasa Lord Venus is holding that unfavorable key planet of the destiny, that Venus. And here, destiny planet itself is also 7th lord. So this is having 1, 2, 3, 4 levels are unfavorable. Out of them, Venus itself is strongly playing role in the destiny. It means what? That Dasa Lord Venus is not strong enough. Moreover, it is not having the strong key planet of the destiny, Jupiter, Sun, and Saturn. So Saturn only at the 2 level. Favorable key planets are not playing role in the dasa, only unfavorable, only strongly playing, so that Venus will not be strong enough to conduct the event. Under the Venus dasa, Saturn was running, Mercury was running. So whether they will be able to support for the event during their bugdi, that is secondary. But primarily, dasa lord itself is not having strong significations, and it is holding the unfavorable key planets at many levels. Then the favorable key planet, its weakness is present. If the destiny is good, strong, and if the Dasa Lord is supportive for the event, it is enough. Because Dasa Lord will have many events in its period. We cannot expect Dasa Lord will be strongly favorable for the event of marriage. But Dasa Lord can be having mixed signification, but it should not have all the unfavorable key planets of the marriage and also unfavorable key planet of the destiny planet in its rulers majorly. It should be not be playing. That is what happening. So because of that, Venus Dasa is not capable to give the marriage. I think you are able to understand the key planets of the Dasa Lord, unfavorable key planets present in the Dasa Lord. Dasa Lord itself is the destiny planet, seventh Lord, having unfavorable key planets, and absence of the favorable key planets of the destiny and other unfavorable key planets of the marriage is not ruling the Dasa Lord. So that is what that the Dasa Lord is not strong enough to give the marriage. I think you're able to understand this point. Now we have to check the next Dasa, Sun Mahadasa. How is Sun Mahadasa? Look at the planet colors, what we are given. Sun is blue, the green, and 2A level is Ketu mixed only at the 2A level, and sub level again Saturn. Sun, Saturn, Saturn. All two levels are favorably present. So, though two levels are repeated, we can check the sub lot, or because two levels are favorably present, and then we need not much bother about that. All three levels, Sun, Star, Saturn, and Saturn, all are favorable. So that way it is good only. So this Dasa Lord is strong enough to give the marriage during its period. Now what we have to do? We have to check the key planets of the Dasa Lord. What are the key planets of the Dasa Lord? So we can also check, if you wish, we can check the sub-lord of the Sun also. Sun sub-lord is Jupiter. Our favorable strong key planet is playing role at this sub-level. So this is adding more strength. So what we can note it down, the sub-lord of the Dasa Lord is Jupiter. Why we have seen that? Because Star Lord and Sub-Lord both are ruled by Saturn. So we have taken, in addition to that, we have taken the support of the sub-lord also. Sub-lord is Jupiter. So in this case, check the favorable key planets of the Dasa Lord. Which are the favorable key planets of the Dasa Lord? Jupiter itself is present, and Saturn, Sun, Rahu, right? Sun, Saturn, and Rahu. These are the favorable key planets of the Dasa Lord. In this, you can see Dasa Lord itself is a favorable key planet. So we have to keep it in mind. When Dasa Lord itself is a strong favorable key planet, its role in the Buddha will be significant. And apart from that, our strong primary cuspal sublord key planet, destiny planet also ruling, that role also can be taken as important. So it means what? Buddhi Lord having got Sun and also Jupiter and role of Saturn and role of Sun, if they're, not Sun, Rahu, if they are all present, is going to be very good. But please understand, we cannot expect the Buddhi Lord will have all the rulers. But Buddhi Lord should be having supportive key planets. Definitely should have favorable key planets. Out of them, if these Dasa Lord's key planet, Dasa Lord itself, and important favorable key planet Jupiter also present in the rulers, and if the other planets are there in the ruler or in supports also, it is enough. So we have to keep this in mind. Now what we have to do, that we are going to check in Sun Dasa which are the Buddhis are favorable and what are the unfavorable key planets that we already studied. Ketu and Venus are the mixed one. Ketu, Venus, Mars. If any planets are having these planets in the important primary levels. Important level means what? Star Lord. Then comes the sublord. So then that also we have to keep it in mind in analysis. Star Lord is important because Star Lord planet, if it is weak, the planet will experience the Star Lord significations. As I said, Buddhi Lord should be the strongest one in among all the planets. So we have to find which are the planets are having good significations, good rulers, and among them, we have to do the comparative study to find which is comparatively better and strongest among the other planets. In Sun Dasa, and if the Sun Dasa itself is strong enough, it can support for the marriage in its own buddhi. But you can see Sun has got some weakness because Sun is 10th Lord and having got some weakness at the second planet. Star level is okay, sub level also is okay, but again Ketu also playing role. Unfavorable key planet at the 2A level is playing. Because of that, Jupiter only at the sub level. Because of that, in own buddhi, it is not strong enough to give the event, but we have to check the strong buddhi. If you take the after Sun buddhi, Moon is coming. Moon is good, but star level Ketu and sub level also Ketu. Ketu, Venus, Ketu, Venus. This is unfavorable. So we cannot think that Moon can favor for the marriage during his buddhi, because it is not having the strong key planet of the Dasa Lord, Sun, Rahu, or Jupiter, or Saturn in its rulers, and only unfavorable houses are present. Then you take the Mars. Mars itself is unfavorable, but mixed one, but star level Saturn is good, and 2A level is weak, and sub level again weak, again last level also weak. So this is not good. So that way, this is having weakness at the 2A first level, 2A level, third level, and fourth level, mixed significators, and absence of our favorable key planet, other favorable key planets, Sun and Jupiter, Rahu, they are not playing. So Saturn, Rahu present at the star level, good only, but Jupiter and Jupiter is not strongly playing role, and Saturn also playing at the star level. Jupiter is not strongly playing, but more than that, unfavorable rulers are strongly present. So this is not going to be strong. This is not strong. This is also not strong. Let us check Rahu. Rahu, star level Rahu, 3 constituent levels are ruled by same planet with 135, 135. Everything is good. It is not a green planet. It is a blue planet. It means 4, 4, 4 are present. So that way it is having some weakness, but that is not going to be completely unfavorable. It is not going to be strongly, unfavorable, but all favorable grouping are present. Second planet also supportive, but look at this sublord. Venus is mixed one. Star lord of the sublord is Mars. Importantly, the key planet of the Dasa Lord Sun role is not present here. The first weakness is starting from the 4, again 4 and 4. One level is 4 is okay. Star level, if it is not Rahu, if it is having Sun or Saturn, then it would have been better. But it is our Jupiter. But here it is having all levels are with 4, 4, 4, and importantly, sub-level is having Venus and Mars, which is having some weakness and absence of the other favorable key planets of the Dasa Lord. I think this also will not be strong enough. And Jupiter, our favorable strong key planet, Jupiter is present. Star Lord Sun, yes, that is also our key planet of the Dasa Lord itself is playing. And Jupiter is the sub-lord of the Sun, that is also playing role. And 2A level planet Saturn, that is also playing. The star lord of the Sun is also playing role here. And sub-level planet is Ketu, representing Sun. Star lord of the sub-lord is Venus, that is having some mixed. Here there is a difference between this and this. This is Venus and Mars. This is Ketu and Venus. There is some difference. 7 is getting support from the 1 and 5. 7 is getting reduction of its strength from 6, 4, 8, 12. Weakness is present more here than this. Another point is what? Here, the Ketu, as already discussed, second planet is Sun. That Sun is forming ruler link to the Ketu. And already discussed, if you check the Ketu's signification, supports, the planet which are in supports, if you check it, you can check that Ketu having got Sun in its supports. Ketu, second planet Sun, is having the Jupiter. Jupiter planet is forming rural link to the star lord and indirectly passing its influence to the sublord planet Ketu. through the second planet Sun. So that way Jupiter is passing its significations to the star lord and also indirectly to the sublord. That way the ruler link will add strength. So that way Jupiter is strong at these 1, 2, 3 level grouping is very good. 2, 5, 7, 1, 5, 9, 7 and star level 1, 3, 7 and having got 2 level also very good and sub level having some weakness but 7 second sublord supported by 1, 3, 7, 11 star lord second planet and supported by 7 and 11. So that is further supported by the sun through the ruler link also. This is good. And the important point was that key planets of the Dasa Lord are all playing role here. Then Saturn planet. Let us check Saturn planet. Saturn is the second planet of the sun. This key planet is good. And star level planet is Ketu. And the 12 level is Venus. This is playing at the second level is not good. Last level is okay, but it is getting the support from the other planet to the ruler link also. Star level, source effect combined level is forming a good grouping. But here source is not further supported and 2A level also not supported to that star level planet. Sub-level planet Rahu is okay, but the role of the sun is only the 2A level and Jupiter is not playing role here. So the key planets of Dasa Lord is not strong and unfavorable key planets of the Dasa Lord is playing role here at the second level and 2A level, further supported by this 4, 4, 4, 10, 4, 2, 6, and 4 and 4. This is unfavorable or supported at each level. Favorable supports also there, favorable link also there, but it is not strong enough because star level is weak. Saturn is having weakness. Even the Ketu is getting some support from the sun. We have studied second planet sun is giving some strength, but the difference is sun is playing one of the level, it is forming ruler link. So the impact of the sun is support is going to be more. Here, Ketu is having that sun in second planet, but sun is not playing the any level. So ruler link will not be there for the Ketu. I think you're able to understand. Moreover, Ketu also will not get the impact of the Saturn also, Jupiter also, because Jupiter also not playing role here. So Saturn is having weakness. And Mercury planet is a red planet, 8, 12 and 4, 8. And also it is a free planet. It means it is strong in its self-signification. It is having unfavorable in source. Being the free planet, it is very much unfavorable at the source level. But star level Jupiter, our very good key planet, and 2A level sun, and again sun. So all are favorable. All the key planets of the Dasa Lord are playing a role here. But importantly, the source planet, it is having 8 and 12 and also 4 and 8. And it is having the free planet strength also, potential is strong, it is unfavorable. When compared to Jupiter, it is having some weakness. So out of these planets so far we have studied under the sun Mahadasa, then next one is the Ketu. So Ketu we need not check because Ketu we already studied star lord is Venus. Again, these are not good. This is not going to be favorable. So the only planet we can see which is more strongly favorable out of all the planet is Jupiter. So Sun Dasa, Jupiter Bugdi will be strong enough to give the marriage because all the key planets of the Sun are playing role here and level wise Sun, Jupiter also having good signification, only sub level having some weakness, but that is being supported by the second planet Sun and also ruler link from the Sun and indirectly supported by the Jupiter. I think you are able to understand this one. And now we have checked the we have checked the Dasa Lord is Sun and Bugdi Lord is Jupiter. So which is going to be the Antara? The key planets of the Dasa Lord, which is playing role in the Antara, it is important. Dasa Lord's key plan. And also that Antara Lord should not be unfavorable. We have studied many planets. Out of them, which is that Mercury source level is weak, but all levels are good. But Saturn is force level is okay, but all that second level, these levels are okay, second level is weak. But here Rahu, last level is weak. Now, then which planet is comparatively better than all the other one, whether Mercury or Sun only? Because Jupiter Buddhi, Mercury Antara or Sun Antara, we can take it. Out of them, which is better? Jupiter's ruling planet, key planets are playing ruling here, but also ruling here. But it has got some weakness, as I said, 812 or 812. So it means what? More than the Mercury, Sun itself is strong enough to give the event as the Antara. So the native actually got married in Sun Dasa, Jupiter Bugdi, and Sun Antara itself. So that way we can identify following the steps we can easily identify. I have not taken the step number 5 and 6, that is in method of analysis, that is support planets and rulers link for all the planets. For the timing of event, what we are doing, we are finding the Dasa Lord and their key planets, and which are the planets are having those key planets in their rulers, and step 1, 2, 3, 4 we are doing. That itself will indicate which levels is weak, or a combined level study how it is present. Then only when we are thinking of finding a planet is having some weakness, we have to check the support planet, step number 5 and also 6, how far that support planets ruler links are adding strength. And also for the comparative studies, most important in EPS, one planet is comparatively better than the other planet or not. For that, we can check all the support planets also. So we are talking about the timing of event. Suppose we are talking about the destiny prospects. Suppose when we are saying that Saturn period is not strong, Mercury having some weakness, Jupiter, Rahu also having weakness, it does not mean that during that period, even Mars, during that period, the native will face problem in the marriage. There can be some obstacles or hurdles in the marital life because of the unfavorable significations. But what the planet we are saying, these planets are not supportive. They are not strong enough to conduct the event. Conducting the event is different. Marriage prospects is different. Marriage prospects, according to the signification, yeah, we can say yes, it is having some weakness and it will have some obstacles and all, but does not mean that they will be causing more troubles or weakness, or it will cause mean separation or that way and all. We cannot think that. The planet which we are saying as a Bugdilard not strong enough to conduct the event, that is different. Only the strongest planet will act as the Bugdila. That is what we have to find in the timing of event for the event of marriage. Moreover, when the destiny is strong, when the destiny is strongly favorable, the Bugdilada are also favorable. Even that unfavorable Bugdis or Antras are running, they are not. Destiny is this planet and Dasalad is sun, right? Dasalad is favorable and destiny already given the favorable signification. So it means it is good only. So even non-supportive Bugdilad or weak Bugdilad are running, they will give some weakness, but they will not give the strong troubles or separation and all, because destiny is not promising for any separation. So within the level of destiny, only Dasa Lord can act. Within that level only, all the Buddhis will be acting. I think you are able to understand this point. You have to keep it in mind. So now let me check what are the date of the marriage. The native got married on, let me note down, 3rd June 2018. So the native got married on 3rd June 2019. So we can also, the next step, final step, what we can do, we can check the transit. How the transit was there, how it was supportive for the marriage to the native. So let us check the transit on the particular day. Let me clear this and let me open that transit chart. What is the date? 3rd June 2018. Yeah, I have to note it down. Just a minute. 3rd June 2018. Okay. Now let me select the date. 3rd June 2018. Time can be anything because we are not going to check the Lagna. So we can take in the morning. Normally, Muhurtas in this Bangalore. No. He is from some other South India. No? So Bangalore, because of my location, it is taken. You can choose the date of the when the event happened. Also, not an issue. That transit of the planets will not be get affected because of the location and the time. Only cuspal position only will vary. Moon position will be little different. So now I'm computing. I'm keeping the use natal cusps because natal chart cusp will be open here. Let me open the natal chart also so that you can see the transit. I will, for the benefit of the North Indian chart followers, I will keep open that North Indian charts also at the bottom so that you can compare. Now, what we have to do, we have to check the transit of the planet. First, you check the transit of our beneficial planet, Jupiter. Because here, Jupiter also strong, favorable key planet. And the native also got married during the Jupiter Bhukti. So Jupiter is an important planet in all the beneficial events. We can check that. Jupiter is posted in the sign of Libra. You can see that in the natal chart, Venus is posted there. So Venus is in own sign. Jupiter is posted in the transit. It is there in the Libra only. And whether the transit of Jupiter normally, whether Jupiter in the transit is aspecting to the natal 7th house or 7th lord or second house or moon. So if they do that, it is all important points, whether the Jupiter is supporting for the 2 or 7 or 11, and the moon also. You can see moon is here in the natal chart, Aries. So that Jupiter is here in the Libra. So moon is that Jupiter is aspecting to the Aries sign, whereas moon is present in the natal chart. So Jupiter is aspecting to the moon, that is an added string. And Jupiter is in the transit, Jupiter is aspecting to the Venus. That is added in the transit itself, it is supportive. Otherwise, Jupiter is 5th aspect aspecting the 4th house, 9th aspect aspecting the 8th house only. So no other good transit for the Jupiter, only it is aspecting to the moon. That is also good only. Then, as per our EPS standards, how the transit, what is the Dasa Lord? Sun Dasa. Dasa Lord is Sun in the sign of Venus. Venus in the chart, it is 7th Lord, right? Let me open that significator also so that you can find that. So Sun in the sign of Venus. Venus is 7th Lord, 11th Lord. Sun in the star of moon. Moon is our favorable key planet, right? And sublord of Mercury, you can check all these things conjoined with Mercury also. Mercury is an obstacle causing planet, so that is indicating some weakness. But Sun in the sign and star of favorable key planet. Dasa Lord is Sun. Bhukti Lord is Jupiter. Jupiter in the sign of Venus and in the star of Venus, star of Jupiter and sub of Jupiter itself. Jupiter transit is very good. It is own star and own sub, and that Jupiter is in the natal chart. You have to check in the natal chart. Jupiter is in the star of Sun, right? So that Jupiter in the star of own star, so favorable key planet. So that way that Jupiter in a very good favorable transit in the star and sub of same planet Jupiter. And which is the other planet we have to check? Dasa Lord is Sun, Bhukti Lord is Jupiter, and Antra Lord is Sun itself. Okay, so that way these Dasa, Bhukti, Antra are in favorable transit and also that Jupiter also aspecting to the natal moon, that is also favorable. So that way you can see that transit of the planets can be taken as the supportive significations, and not just because of the transit we cannot say this event will happen. Definitely transit is important, but when the dasa buddhi is indicating some mixed significations, when the transit is favorable transit of the same planets, or in the transit is favorable, then it is going to add strength. How we are taking the support planet supports are going to increase or decrease the strength of the planet in the rulers that we discussed. Similarly, that transit planet also will extend its supports. And when dasa, buddhi, antra are signifying some weakness in the, in the significations, if the transit is of the same planet is transit is good, then it is going to add some favor. Because of the transit, unfavorable strength will not be complete, become unfavorable. So unfavorable will get the favorable transit, the unfavorable will get reduced. Similarly, favorable dasa buddhi with favorable transit is going to add strength. Favorable dasa buddhi running, but transit is having weakness, it is going to reduce the strength. So what is not there in the destiny and dasa period, transit cannot give. But transit as a support can support the dasa buddhis and to increase or decrease. That we have to keep it in mind. I hope you are able to understand this chart, whatever I discussed. And please understand the key plan. What are the key points I discussed, how you have understood, and keep watching again and the same chart, same example, so that you will understand better and follow. Thank you so much. We'll meet in the next lesson.